Привет всем, как дела? Hi everyone, how are you? So this is part 2 to the video that went up yesterday. And if you haven't watched yesterday's video, I recommend watching that before you watch this one, because otherwise this video won't make sense to you. Because I made one big video yesterday and it ended up being really long, so I had to kind of make it into 2 videos. So, you know, if you want to start watching this one and you haven't watched the first one, this video is not going to really make sense to you. So I do recommend that you watch that one first before you watch this. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Okay, so I've just sort of come away from the beach a little bit, and I'm now going to kind of be walking where I'd normally walk. Well, I wouldn't normally walk here, to be honest, but it is along where I would normally walk. So you kind of got this mixture of the beach, which when I get a bit higher I'll be able to show you. And this is the area where I normally see deer, especially now, this time of the year. Plenty of rabbits about. I can see one here, actually, if I can show you. There's a couple there. And yeah, there's loads of rabbits in this area, especially this time of the year. And you can hear the birds. Yeah. So where I'm walking now, like I said, you might recognize it from older videos, but as I said, it's like a mixture. You got this like slightly wooded area, not so much, and then there's like it kind of just sort of opens out into a beach, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can walk from this beach all the way to the other beach in the other town. I could be wrong, I've never done it, but I can't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. But so yeah, it's quite peaceful, quite quiet here. But you know, like I said, I go to work quite early in the morning, so and like I said, the reason why I go early is just so I can make sure that I'm ready for the day, because you don't know, you know, I've not been in for 3 days, and I don't know what's happened, you know, so I need to always make sure that I go in early, and if there's something missed, I can have it done ready, and I'll be good for the day. But I have showed you this before, but I'll quickly show you. But I was up there when I took a video. If you remember, this was, I think, a week, maybe 2 weeks before I left for Russia in March. I made a video and I was stood up there, and I showed you out to sea. That was also quite early in the morning as well, and I was up there. So I'm going to make my way up there, but yeah, so I also want to talk to you about upcoming trips to Russia. So I am going again in May. On May the 12th I'll be flying out, but because of the time of my flight I won't actually get into Russia until May the 13th. Obviously I know on May the 9th you have a very big holiday, so you know, we did try to plan for that, for me to be there on this day, but in the end we decided not to, because you know, it's a lot of things are closed during this time and it just didn't make sense for me to visit during that time. But you know, next year, yeah, of course, you know, I'll be there on May the 9th, and you know, I'll probably make a small video on May 9th about that. But yeah, no, back to my plans. You can kind of tell how unfit I am right now. I'm making my way up, you can see. I'm knackered already. But so yeah, I plan to visit. I mean, that's just over 2 weeks away, so that's not very far at all. And what I plan to do is I plan to visit every other month. So you know, I'll be going in May, and then in June I'll be here, and then in July I'll be going again, and then again in September, and then again in November, and so on. So, and I do plan to be in Russia for New Year, because I know that's a very big holiday. I know it's celebrated a lot more than Christmas. So yeah, you can stay with me while I struggle to climb up here, which is weird because most summers I'll go climbing mountains, so you'd think I'd be quite fit, but no. Okay, so that's what it looks like down there. So that's the plan anyway. I have several visits planned out, and yeah, my next one is in May, so not long at all. And I did have more videos from Russia, but when I looked back to edit, it just, I couldn't post them, you know, not because anything bad had happened, but just the video quality, it just wasn't there. And you know, I know I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, and you know, video quality and editing and stuff like that I could definitely improve on, but yeah, these particular videos just weren't happy with. But I can tell you what they were about, and when I go again I'll obviously make a better video. But it was about how shops are open really late in Russia, and it was about how you can't buy alcohol past like 10 or 11 at night. Well, I had 2 videos planned there, and yeah, when I went to like watch back and edit, yeah, it just, you know, there was too much noise in the background, and he wouldn't have enjoyed it. So you know, unfortunately I can't post that video. But now I'm gonna come up to a part that you'll probably all recognise. And you'll see it in a second. You'll recognise this bit here. Sun just kind of peeping out a little bit, trying to make an appearance. So the weather here, when the sun is out, you know, we have had days, not many, but we've had a few days where it's kind of been, you know, 16, maybe 18 degrees. So, you know, it is quite nice. I'd say average temperature, probably around 10, which is, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm quite warm now anyway, but I've just made myself out of breath climbing a small hill. So, you know, that's another reason. A lot of people say to me, oh, you know, why don't you get to work a different way? And I'm like, well, you know, walking is my real only form of exercise. So, and I enjoy it. So there you go. But yeah, you'll recognise this place here, especially if you've seen some of my deer videos. You'll know that this here is where I usually see them. Since I came back, I have seen them again, but by the time I got my camera out, I mean, I did post a short and it was only up for like 4 seconds, but you'll see, like, by the time I had my camera out, it was running away. So, you know, and I don't, you know, I'm not one of these people that just kind of walk with my camera ready all the time. Like, I just don't do that. You know, when I make a video, I plan it a few days before what I'm gonna do, you know, what I want to do, how I want to do it. Oh, you see that? No, you can't see it. There was a little rabbit in there. So yeah, I don't just sort of wake up on the day and go, oh, you know what, just gonna make a random video today. No, I think about what I'm gonna do, and yeah, I guess that's the same for most people that do YouTube. You know, they don't just make videos for the sake of it. You know, they usually plan these videos days in advance, what they want to do, how they want to do it. And like I said, I'm pretty new to all this, so, you know, I'm still learning, you know, and you know, I can just say that my videos and my video quality will improve over time. I know they're not the best right now, but I'm still trying to work out what's right for me in terms of editing and things like that. But I still know not to post a really bad video, so, you know, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you. I'm not going to show you too much past it because you already know this area quite well now, but just wanted to show you kind of where I live, what it's like where I live. You know, I guess I'm quite fortunate that I live like a minute walk from pretty much everything that I need. You know, I've got my doctor's is a minute walk up the road. You know, I've got a pizza place a 2-minute walk up the road. Town, you know, town centre, 2-minute walk. You know, okay, if I wanted to go to the beach, it's like a 10-15 minute walk, but it's all very close to me. You know, everything I need is very close. So, you know, and I just thought that, you know, maybe you're all interested to see what it's like over here. You know, I will say, if you want to see it, let me know, but I do have videos from previous camping trips I've done in England, so if you do want to see something like that, please let me know. And what I'll do is I'll just post them up so you can kind of get an idea of what it's like. I mean, do I plan to do camping again in England? I'd like to do it. but obviously I've got more important things to do now, you know. So while I'd still like to go camping, it's just not something, you know, it's not top of the list for me at the moment, you know. Obviously, you know, being with my girlfriend and planning trips out and stuff like that is what I want to do. So morning. So, oh look, oh no, it's just it's a dog. I thought it was a deer. I mean, it could have been a deer. I had like a second, honestly, just like, you know, when you have something like it just catches the corner of your eye, like, yeah. By the time I looked, it disappeared, and it looked like it was a dog, but it could have been a deer. I don't know. I'm sure when I go back to look at this, yeah, I'll be able to see. But yeah, a lot of you will recognise this particular area. You know, you'll know that I'm pretty close to where I work now. I've already made this video quite long, so what I might do is I might, I don't know, I'll have to see when I come to edit it how long it is, and if I need to make this like a 2-part video, because, you know, I appreciate that while it's nice to see a new video, you know, no one's really got the time to sit there and watch a half an hour, 40-minute video. So, and I try my best not to make that sort of video. You know, if I ever do make a video like that, it's kind of a one-off. You know, like I mentioned, that birthday surprise in Russia. You know, that was while I say that I plan videos, obviously that wasn't planned. You know, that was genuine surprise. I honestly didn't know what was happening, and you'll know if you watch that video. My girlfriend is recording most of it, so but yeah, just want to say, if you've got any questions, just, you know, feel free to write me a comment and ask. You know, could be anything, you know, or, you know, what it's like living in England. You could ask me anything. Maybe you want to see more of my work. Maybe you want me to do a better video of my town, like what it's really like. Maybe you want to see the beach itself. You know, it could be anything. So yeah, let me know. Write me a comment. But yeah, sorry, I've made this video quite long, and like the intention was to, when I first started this video, the intention was to kind of just, you know, for people in Russia, just kind of show you what England, well, not what England is like, but at least where I live, you know, because where I live isn't necessarily what it's like, you know, further up north or somewhere, you know. So it's you get an idea of what England's like, you know, weather-wise, what it's like here, you know, this time of the year. I know when I was in Russia in March, and I was there kind of late March, you know, temperature wasn't really getting past like 2-3 degrees, you know, whereas here in England, okay, I know now it's like, you know, late April, you know, we're getting temperatures, you know, that are reaching 18 degrees. So you see there's a lot of greenery about. You know, when I made my visit in Russia, there just wasn't, you know, I'm sure in other places, you know, in nice parks, there was probably quite a lot of greenery, but that has a lot, you know, that has a lot to do with the amount of snow that you have there. And, you know, when that sits there for so long and then it slowly melts, it just, you know, you're just left with not something that's not very nice. So, you know, but as I've said, I do plan to make several visits this year, one of them being this May. So, you know, and then again in July, September, November and New Year's. So I have loads of visits planned, and you know, like I said, you know, ultimately next year. When next year, I don't know. I don't have that answer. I can't say, oh, you know, I can't say to you, right, February next year I'm moving, because I don't know. I just know that that's, you know, that's the ultimate goal. That's the plan. You know, the plan is for me to move there, and obviously, you know, it's not just as simple as going, right, you know, next year I'm gonna pack my bags and move, because it just doesn't work like that. So, but what I will do and what I will say is, I know my plan is move next year, and if something happens that I can't do that next year, obviously I'll let everyone know. But I can't see why I wouldn't be able to move next year. You know, yeah, okay, I've got to learn the language, but you know, I'd like to think by next year, at this point next year, I would have learnt enough, you know, to kind of get me by where, you know, when I move, I can, you know, I understand that, like, I'm not around native speakers. Like, I see a lot of other YouTubers, and you know, they've moved because they're either married or they've got children that are, you know, from a marriage, you know, and that, you know, that's why they're able to move, you know. And you're probably sitting there thinking, but you know, these other YouTubers don't really speak much Russian, so you should be all right. But I'm not. I don't have that. You know, I'm not like they've been able to move because, you know, their wife is Russian and their kids are Russian, so they've been able to move. You know, and they don't need to have this like knowledge of the language and, you know, having to pass some test and things like that. I need that. So you know. And I want to do it that way anyway. You know, I don't want to move to a country not knowing the language, because me personally, I just don't think that's right. You know, I think if you're gonna start a new life in a different country, you need to know the language. You know, it's just respect, really, at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, so am I saying now that when I move, my Russian is going to be so great that you think I'm a native speaker? No, of course not. You know, and I plan to know just enough to get me by. And the plan then is, when I'm around people, I'll kind of build my, you know, grammar and things like that over time. But as long as people can understand me and I can talk to people, and ultimately I can work, you know, because I want to work when I go over there, that for me, that should be enough. So yeah, I've already made this video really long, and I know I've said it several times, but I'm probably going to make this into 2 parts, just because, you know, I don't I don't want you to sit through, you know, a 40-minute video, because no one's going to do that. You know, even when I sit down to watch a video on YouTube and it's like, oh, this is 40 minutes, oh, you know, not everyone's got time to just do that. So, you know, but what I will say and what I will do is, I'm almost at work, so I might as well just continue this video, just kind of show you really what I see. So along here, especially where I work, there's like a lot of holiday places. Like I said, you know, when you're at the sea, a lot of people from London will come down to places like this because it's different for them. You know, a lot of people from London like to come down, get away from the big city, come somewhere a bit quieter, you know, near the sea, you know, and that's a nice holiday for them. You know, I'm sure that, you know, it's the same for anyone, you know, like for, you know, anyone that's in Russia and you live in a, you know, a Moscow or a St. Petersburg and you want to take a vacation, you know, you're going somewhere quiet, aren't you? You know, so I don't know, maybe it's just England, but yeah, it's what's the time now? Oh, it's only 6:30. I'm gonna have time for a coffee when I get in. I have actually made a video showing you my workplace. What I'll do is I'll put that as like a recommended video on the end of this video for you to go and watch, because I don't plan on making that video now anyway. If it was requested a lot, I'd probably do it again, but you know, the video's already done, it's already up. So you know, but if I had a few comments saying, oh, I'd like to see that, then yeah, of course I'll do that. But yeah, like I say, almost there, almost at work. And I'd say this particular walk to work is about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And, you know, it might seem like a lot, but like, so, you know, I don't drive, okay, so a lot of I've been able to kind of get anywhere I want without having to worry about how I'm getting there, if that makes sense. And I've never needed to worry about driving, so to speak. So I have done lessons before, but they are quite expensive now. You're talking easily £35 a lesson, and that's only like an hour lesson. So you know, you're looking at maybe 60 quid a week to do lessons. And yeah, I'm just I think also now, like with me looking to move, I just don't see the point in learning, you know, because I'd have to then relearn everything in Russia. And you know, I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate for this in the comments, but I've seen the driving in Russia, okay. It's not great. Like, it isn't great, and I'm sure you'll probably agree with me too. Yeah. I'm not saying that like everyone in England is like perfect, but I'll tell you what, it's night and day. Yeah, I have seen the driving standards in Russia, and it's not like for example, being on your phone. It's, you know, in England, you get caught on your phone, you're getting arrested. It doesn't matter if it's like a 2-second call or you're sending a message, it doesn't matter. You get caught on your phone, that's it, you're arrested, because it's dangerous to be on your phone while driving. But I see so many people in Russia on their phone, and you know, that I asked my girlfriend about it, and that's normal, you know. So just that in itself is a really big thing, you know. But I understand every country is different. Every country has different rules, and you respect the rules. You know, I'm just telling you, you know, because you might not know, but in England, like if you get caught with your phone in your hand, you're in trouble. You're getting arrested, and you're probably getting a hefty fine, and maybe even your license taken away. That's how serious it is here in England. So it was quite a shock for when I arrived in Russia to see so many people on their phones while driving. And you know, I have seen quite a few crashes. Nothing bad, but look at this, a couple of crows. Yeah, it happens every week. Every day I see it, you know, whether it just be like a small crash or like just someone's clipped the edge of a car. I understand that also, like, a lot is quite weather related. So you know, this isn't like a oh my god, Russian people are terrible at driving. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like the difference is night and day. So this is where I work. For those of you that don't know or haven't seen that video, like I said, I'm going to put that in the video recommended to watch at the end of this video. I don't know if I ever showed you, but I walked past. You can't see it, but there is a bird nested in there. It's been there for quite a while, actually. Morning, you alright? Yeah, of course.
You probably
No, you're all right. It's fine.
So I'll come in back on past.
Yeah.
I've put some coffee sachets in a jar for you.
Oh, okay.
So, 'cause there's no coffee.
Okay, thank you. Right, see you in a bit. Oh, I didn't mean for that door to slam. Right, so I'm here at work, and this is going to be the end of the video. I'll probably make a small outro. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.
Hello, you've made it to the end of the video. If you've liked what you've seen, there should be a video popping up somewhere here. I don't know. And I believe somewhere here. Yeah, one of those, maybe both, I don't know. And if you have enjoyed this video, please feel free to watch the others. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.